Seniors over 60. These 7 signs of vitamin D deficiency are silently destroying your health. Did you know that over 40% of Americans over 60 are deficient in vitamin D, and many don't even know it until it's too late? Unlike a broken bone or a heart attack, vitamin D deficiency doesn't scream. It whispers through fatigue, pain, and a silent breakdown of your body. You won't see it on the surface right away, but inside, it could be weakening your bones, draining your energy, and even affecting your brain. Are you constantly tired, your legs feel weak, or your memory just not as sharp as before? You might be missing this one vital nutrient, and ignoring it could cost you your mobility and independence. In this video, we'll uncover 7 silent signs that your body is being slowly damaged by vitamin D deficiency. These signs are easy to miss, especially if you think they're just part of getting older. But they're not. And the earlier you catch them, the faster you can reverse the damage. Make sure you stay until the end, because sign number 7 is the one most doctors overlook. Yet it might be the reason your muscles are shrinking and your bones are becoming fragile. Part 1. Constant fatigue that doesn't go away. You're sleeping 8 hours, but still exhausted. Why? Even after a full night's rest, do you wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all? You're not alone, and it's not just aging. Fatigue is one of the most common early signs of vitamin D deficiency, yet it's often dismissed or misdiagnosed. Vitamin D plays a key role in how our cells generate and use energy. When your levels are too low, your body simply can't produce the energy it needs, no matter how many hours you sleep. Let me tell you about Nancy, a 67-year-old retired teacher. She wasn't doing anything strenuous. In fact, her days were quiet and simple. But every morning, she woke up feeling drained, as if she'd been up all night. She tried sleeping more, drinking coffee, even taking afternoon naps, but nothing helped. It wasn't until her doctor ran a routine blood test that they discovered her vitamin D levels were critically low. And here's the important part. Nancy thought her fatigue was just part of getting older. That's the mistake so many people make. They blame their constant exhaustion on age, poor sleep, or even stress, when in fact their body is simply starved of a nutrient it desperately needs. The good news? Nancy started a daily vitamin D supplement, spent 10 minutes each morning in the sunlight, and within a few weeks, she felt more like herself again, energized, clear-headed, and hopeful. So if you're always tired, even after plenty of rest, don't ignore it. A simple blood test could reveal what your body has been trying to tell you. And fatigue is just one warning sign. Next, we'll look at another symptom that hides in plain sight, but could mean your bones are in serious trouble. Part 2. Frequent bone or back pain. Do your bones ache when you walk or stand? As we get older, it's easy to assume that bone and back pain are simply part of aging. But what if the real problem isn't wear and tear? What if it's a lack of something essential? Vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't properly absorb the calcium you consume from food or supplements. And when your bones don't get the calcium they need, they become weak, brittle, and prone to pain, even without a fall or injury. Let me share the story of Robert, a 72-year-old gardener who loved tending to his small backyard. Over time, he started feeling a dull, persistent ache in his lower back and hips. He assumed it was just age catching up with him. But after months of pain, his doctor found that Robert's bones were becoming porous, classic signs of osteomalacia, a condition caused by severe vitamin D deficiency. Here's the surprising part. Robert hadn't changed his routine. He didn't fall. He didn't lift anything heavy. The pain wasn't caused by movement. It was caused by mineral loss in his bones. His body had been quietly deteriorating from the inside out. Once diagnosed, Robert began vitamin D therapy and incorporated more calcium-rich foods into his diet. Within a few months, his pain subsided, and he was back in his garden again, feeling stronger and steadier. So if you're feeling unexplained bone or back pain, especially if you haven't had an accident, don't write it off. It may be your bones crying out for help, and pain is just one sign. In the next part, we'll explore a symptom that affects your legs directly, and might be the reason stairs feel steeper than ever. 3. Weakness in legs or difficulty climbing stairs. If stairs feel like mountains, your vitamin D may be low. Do your legs feel heavy or unsteady when you walk? Do stairs feel harder than they used to? These might not just be signs of aging. They could be your body signaling a deeper problem. Vitamin D plays a powerful role in maintaining muscle strength, especially in the lower body. When your levels are too low, your muscles, particularly in the hips and thighs, can weaken. This often shows up as difficulty climbing stairs, trouble standing from a chair, or even the occasional loss of balance. Let me introduce you to Elaine, 70 years old, who began to avoid stairs entirely. She once loved walking through her neighborhood, but lately her legs would shake halfway up a flight of steps. She feared falling and began staying home more. Her doctor later discovered that she had a significant vitamin D deficiency, affecting both her muscles and bones. Low vitamin D doesn't just make you feel tired, it can actually cause physical weakness. And for seniors, that can be dangerous. A small misstep can become a serious fall. But here's the good news. This kind of weakness is often reversible. With the right dose of vitamin D, a calcium-rich diet, and simple strength exercises like leg lifts or walking, Elaine gradually regained her strength. Within months, she was back to enjoying her morning walks again, with more confidence in every step. So if you've been feeling wobbly or stairs seem harder than before, listen to your body. It might be calling for support, and the next warning sign? It doesn't show up in your muscles or bones, but in how often you get sick. Let's take a closer look. 4. Frequent illness or slow recovery. Your immune system is begging for help. Do you catch colds more often than you used to? Or does it take you much longer to bounce back after being sick? Your immune system might be sending you a message, and it could be about vitamin D. Vitamin D is more than just a bone-strengthening nutrient. It's also a powerful immune system supporter. It helps activate T cells, the tiny soldiers in your body that find and fight off viruses, bacteria, and other threats. Without enough vitamin D, your immune response weakens, leaving you more vulnerable to infections. Let's take Maria, age 68. She used to get a mild cold once a year, but over the last 2 winters, she found herself catching the flu, battling sinus infections, and recovering from bronchitis, over and over again. Her doctor checked her vitamin D levels, and the result was clear. She was significantly deficient. Once Maria started supplementing with vitamin D and spending more time outdoors in the morning sun, her immune system bounced back. She still caught an occasional cold, but it didn't linger. Her body had the strength to fight back faster. If you find yourself getting sick easily, especially during seasonal changes, or if your recovery takes longer than before, it's time to ask your doctor about checking your vitamin D levels. And here's something even more important. A weak immune system isn't the only silent symptom. The next one may affect your mood without you even realizing it. Let's talk about that next. 5. Low mood or mild depression. You might blame sadness on aging, but it could be vitamin D. Have you noticed the world feeling a little grayer lately? Many seniors assume that a dip in mood is simply another price of growing older. Yet science points to a quieter culprit: vitamin D. Vitamin D isn't just a bone builder, it helps the brain produce serotonin, often called the happiness hormone. When D levels fall, serotonin production can drop too, leaving you feeling flat, unmotivated, or even mildly depressed. That's why doctors see a spike in winter blues. Shorter days mean less sunlight, and less sunlight means less vitamin D synthesized in your skin. Take Mr. Howard, 71. Every January, he felt unusually sad and couldn't explain why. He tried new hobbies, more sleep, even extra coffee, but the cloud lingered. A routine blood test finally revealed a severe vitamin D deficiency. Within weeks of adding a supplement and taking gentle morning walks outdoors, his outlook brightened, and so did his energy. The best news? You have natural tools at your fingertips. Morning sunlight. Just 10 to 15 minutes of early sun exposure lets your skin manufacture vitamin D safely. Vitamin D-rich foods. Fatty fish like salmon or sardines, egg yolks, and fortified milk add daily. Smart plant choices. Certain mushrooms, look for UV exposed on the label, can offer a surprising D boost, perfect for meat-free meals. Combine these habits with a doctor-approved supplement if your blood work shows you're still low. And remember, lifting your mood isn't just about feeling happier. It protects your heart, your relationships, and your zest for life. Of course, mood changes aren't the only silent signal. Sometimes a deficiency shows up in the mirror, right at your hairline. In the next section, we'll uncover how vitamin D, or the lack of it, can lead to thinning hair and what you can do to keep those strands strong. Hair thinning or loss, especially in women. Vitamin D deficiency can show up in your hairline. When most people think about vitamin D, they think about bones, not hair. But your scalp may be revealing something your blood hasn't told you yet. Vitamin D plays a role in creating new hair follicles and maintaining the growth cycle of healthy hair. When your D levels are too low, those follicles can slow down or even stop producing hair altogether, especially if the deficiency continues for months or years. This is particularly important for women after menopause. As estrogen levels drop, women become more vulnerable to nutrient imbalances, including vitamin D and iron. And when both are low, hair thinning often follows. Let's take Susan, 66, who began noticing more and more hair in her brush each morning. At first, she thought it was just age, but after routine blood tests, her doctor discovered she was deficient in both vitamin D and iron. With proper supplements and a few dietary changes, Susan's hair loss slowed, and her confidence slowly returned. The tricky part? Hair loss from vitamin D deficiency happens slowly and silently. You might not notice until you've lost a significant amount. That's why regular blood testing is so important, especially for women over 60. And remember, hair is more than appearance. It's a signal. When your hair is thinning, it may be your body's quiet way of asking for support, but your body doesn't just speak through your hair. In some cases, it reveals hidden deficiencies in how your skin heals. In the next part, we'll explore how slow wound healing and easy bruising may be linked to low vitamin D. 7. Slow wound healing or bruising easily. If small cuts take forever to heal, don't ignore it. Have you ever gotten a small scratch, something that should heal in a few days, but it stays red, tender, or even gets worse over time? Or maybe you bruise more easily than you used to, and those bruises seem to hang around longer. These subtle changes might not seem urgent, but they can be important clues that your body is lacking vitamin D. Vitamin D helps regulate inflammation and supports the creation of new skin and tissue cells during the healing process. When levels are low, your body's ability to repair itself slows down. Even small wounds can take longer to close, and your skin may bruise more easily due to weakened blood vessels and slower regeneration. Let's take Linda, 69, who accidentally bumped her arm on a cabinet. A week later, the bruise was still there, dark purple, tender, and stubborn. She also noticed that even paper cuts took unusually long to heal. After seeing her doctor and getting blood work done, she discovered her vitamin D level was far below normal. With daily vitamin D supplements, along with eating more protein-rich foods like eggs, lentils, and fish, and adding a little zinc, Linda's body began healing more quickly again. The changes were small at first, but noticeable and empowering. If you find that your skin isn't bouncing back like it used to, don't dismiss it as just age. Your body may be struggling to heal itself without the nutrients it needs. Now that you've seen how vitamin D affects everything from your energy to your bones, your immune system to your hair and skin, what can you do about it? In the final section, we'll tie it all together and give you the tools to take action, starting today. Vitamin D deficiency is the silent thief of strength, mood, and vitality in seniors over 60. It doesn't always shout through sharp pain or dramatic illness. It whispers, slowly weakening your body from the inside out. But here's the good news. You are not powerless. In fact, the earlier you recognize these signs, the sooner you can take simple, effective steps to protect your health. If you've noticed 2 or more of these symptoms, whether it's ongoing fatigue, aching bones, muscle weakness, frequent colds, or even thinning hair, it may be time to talk to your doctor. A quick blood test can provide clarity and help you make informed choices. From there, the path forward is clear. Start a daily supplement of vitamin D3 with K2 for better absorption, as advised by your doctor. Get 10 to 15 minutes of gentle sunlight each morning. It's free, natural, and powerful. Add vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, eggs, and mushrooms into your meals. And perhaps most importantly, don't go through this journey alone. Your health story can inspire someone else. Maybe it's your spouse, your best friend, or even someone halfway across the world. So tell us, which of these signs have you noticed in your own body? Share your thoughts in the comments. You never know who might be reading and finding hope through your words. Together, we're not just growing older, we're growing stronger, wiser, and more connected.